What's up, everybody? Your host, Dan Tortora of Comic Book Trails. You know that this was born out of Superpowered Pop, which has been with the company for a long time. That company being Dan Tortora Broadcast Media. Superpowered Pop is our entertainment show, which focuses on me speaking on movies and TV shows and comic books and you know, obviously so many different things going on in pop culture. We've interviewed actors and actresses, illustrators and writers and so on and so forth. And born out of that is Comic Book Trails, that I didn't want to just talk to the people creating. I wanted to go to those that are selling these things all across the country and someday all across the world with Comic Book Trails. So, welcome here to this edition of Comic Book Trails. Very, very excited about this opportunity to share with you. Comic Book Trails essentially is my way of going around the country and looking up comic book and collectible shops, going to them, whatever city and town I'm in. I look up what's in the area and I'll look through it and see like what's being offered. I'll look up your social media, your websites and whatnot. So always make sure you have some information for me to get some background on if you want me to come to your place. And I do. I just look up comics nearby and collectibles nearby, whatever. And I look it up, it gives me a list of what's there, shows me how far away it is, then I click on them and try to get information, and then I pick. So, really cool thing to do. When I was out in Charlotte, this is what today's show is, and I'm wearing my Venom. As you know, people that know me, he's my favorite anti-hero. I think Venom is incredible, so shout out to Venom. This is today's broadcast here. Heroes aren't hard to find. That is, heroes aren't hard to find, and this place is not hard to find. I actually found it in this quaint little part of Charlotte, North Carolina. Really beautiful, 417 Pecan Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina. So when I was out in Charlotte, I went to Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. Been here a couple times, so time for me to share this stuff with you. The first thing I got was when I went there most recently, I started picking up some Miss Marvel stuff because hearing a lot about her and the TV show that they're going to do and whatnot, I wanted to start reading up and getting some of her stuff. And sometimes, you know, covers just speak to me. So this is Marvel 31. It's a variant cover of Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. So I just thought it looked really cool, and I wanted to pick it up. So I did. And I'm also a huge fan, obviously, of the, I call them symbiotes. Some call them symbiotes, and so on and so forth. So symbiote, however you'd like to say it. I'm a big fan of Venom, Carnage, Toxin, the whole crew, and of course that's spinning off of Spider-Man, so I had to get some Absolute Carnage while I was there. I got Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool #1, and I like getting #1s of series and whatnot, so you see some of the artwork and some of the things that are done here. All of the, you know, characters here, when we look at this Absolute Carnage, they have that kind of circular thing over the symbiote's head and whatnot, and all being controlled by one kind of central leader. And we take a look at this, you know, showing, it says, years ago, the Amazing Spider-Man unwittingly brought an extraterrestrial symbiote to Earth. The parasite organism procreated, and so did its offspring, and its offspring after that in the ensuing years. These earthbound symbiotes bonded to dozens of heroes and villains, temporarily amplifying their superhuman abilities. But the symbiotes also left traces of their genetic material within their host called the codex. These dormant cells now serve as a beacon, beckoning the one who hunts them the deadliest symbiote known as Carnage. The hunt for the codexes is about to bring Carnage toe-to-toe against an old opponent, the one hero who's a match for his madness, the Merc with the mouth. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. And I'm a Deadpool fan, and I'm a Carnage fan, so there we go. And once again, don't get mad at me if you say symbiote. I say symbiote. It's just how I grew up. It's how it is. So, the magnificent Miss Marvel. I got another Miss Marvel here featuring Tony Stark, Iron Man. Had to get this one. This is Marvel #6. Magnificent Miss Marvel. Again, I just love the artwork here of this, and I thought it was really done well inside. Take a look at some other pieces to it here of Miss Marvel. And if you don't, she's a character that I obviously didn't have growing up. She's one of the more recent characters made here in the 21st century. And I'm, you know, wanting to learn about Miss Marvel because her show's coming out. And she's one of the unique new characters, which is cool. And she's also a fan of the Marvel superheroes, which makes it even cooler. So with that being said, got a lot of awesome stuff here. Picked up Absolute Carnage. Absolute Carnage here, number 2. And you can see Miles Morales and Venom in Absolute Carnage. I love that it's black and white around them and that they're in color. Really, I'm just a big fan, again, of Spider-Man and Carnage. And, I mean, the artwork, again, is incredible. So, basically, if you have symbiote, if you have Venom stuff and you have symbiote stuff in general, and you have Toxin and you have Carnage and Spider-Man and, really any of that, I'm going to take a look at it when I'm there. So, really cool here to take a look at everything. You see Spider-Man and Venom talking to each other. There's pretty awesome. And then I had to get the Web of Venom. I grew up on the Web of Spider-Man. The Web of Venom Funeral Pyre. This is another number 1 here, so I picked that up as well. This artwork is pretty different and interesting. I love seeing it there. So we're seeing the Absolute Carnage tie-in to this as well inside of the Web of Venom. Some really awesome and incredible artwork for that one. And I got the Dark Reign Miss Marvel as well as the War of the Marvels. You see Miss Marvel right here. And very, very cool. So I got this one as well. And here's the one I saved until last. It's in covering, that's in covering, that's in covering. So I'm not going to take it out of anything. I'm just going to, show this to you. It is Ultimate Fallout Spider-Man No More issue number 4, the first official appearance of Miles Morales. So you see that it says Ultimate Fallout Spider-Man No More. I'll show you that it's in a plastic covering, right? It's in a plastic covering that's in a plastic covering, and the book itself has never been taken out of its official plastic. So this book has never been touched by human hands ever. So I had to pick this up. This was my birthday gift to myself. So for those of you that want to know when the birthday is, October 21st. But this was a birthday gift to myself, and I had to pick it up, had to get it. And so in a plastic cover, in a plastic cover, in a plastic cover is this book, and just really cool. Something really near and dear to me. So you could see it right here. Ultimate Fallout Spider-Man No More, and you could see that it says, where is it here? You could see I'm covering there the price. You could see issue number 4 because the price obviously changes. Ultimate Fallout. So the first appearance of Miles Morales, with me being a big Spider-Man fan, I had to get this. So this was a birthday gift to myself, and it was actually in the back of, I think it was in the back. They took it out from the back for me from Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. So very excited about this. Like I said, never taken out of its original wrapping, which is really cool. And that is with me. So awesome stuff. Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. Make sure you go and check them out. 417 Pecan Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina. They have been in this edition of Comic Book Trails. We went out to Charlotte, North Carolina. We picked you. Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. And we thank you for all the great stuff that we